everyone! Today I have another treat because we have another taste test. We're going to taste test Dumpling Factory's gyoza. So I got this frozen. I got this from the Dumpling Factory. So there's a Dumpling Factory sa Marikina Bayan. So I could maybe link the location down below. You could also order online. However, since there's a Dumpling Factory at Marikina Bayan, I just decided to buy there since I was already there. So they have lots of dumplings, they have lots of stuff, but I decided to try their gyoza. Usually, I create my own gyoza, but since I really wanted to try something that's easy, so I decided to get some. So we'll see if it's good, if it's worth the price, and if it's delicious. So please tune in. Now let's open the gyoza dumplings. And then maybe we could count if it's really 25 pieces. So I think I took it out of the freezer last night. So I think it has enough time to defrost. So I have some chopsticks with me. Let's count the dumplings. So I have, okay. So in the bowl, I already have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yung iba dikit-dikit, which I don't like. Pero it can't be helped. I lost count. So let's just assume na 25 lahat. So I don't want to count all over again. It's actually really easy, really quick to cook dumpling or gyoza. However, what I think makes gyoza is really the cooking process. So we have to make sure that we do this correctly in order for us to really achieve the gyoza factor. So I'm just preheating the pan. I'll add some canola oil, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. As you can see, I'm just moving it around so that I could coat it. I'm actually wearing a jinbei right now since I feel like we're doing Japanese food. So feeling ko dapat medyo match yung outfit. However, I think it's really a bad idea kasi as you can see, there's a really big chance that this might end up a disaster, like masunog yung sleeves ko because it's so big. But I feel fabulous, so I don't care. So the pan is really hot and now it's creating some steam. So it's going to cook for another 8 minutes and then later we will pan fry it again for another 2 minutes. It actually smells pretty good. With the 80 peso price tag, I'm a bit skeptical kasi nga, diba, super mura niya. So I'm not really sure what to expect. But some of the gyoza had opened, so I saw that there were some vegetables naman. So maybe it's really pretty good. So we'll see later. So let's check if may na-achieve tayo. So I have some caramelization. Now I will turn down the heat and then pan fry it for another 2 minutes. So for the dipping sauce, I'm using this dumpling sauce with vinegar. So I got this from the nearest Japanese grocery store. If you have a Japanese grocery store near you, you could get one of these. I will check if this is available online and link it in the description box below if you want something similar to this. So you only need little, you don't really need a lot if the gyoza is good. So we will see pa kung good yung gyoza. So I have with me some onigiri rice that I prepared earlier. I figured that this would go well with the gyoza. So now let's plate. So, for me, yung good presentation is yung makikita talaga yung caramelization ng gyoza. Kasi diba pinaghirapan mo siyang i-caramelize. Parang it would be a waste naman if you don't show it. So make sure that you're showing that good caramelization. I feel like I've said caramelized a lot. It could already be a drinking game. So take a shot once you hear me say caramelization. So these are the gyoza from Dimsum Factory. So let's try it. Itadakimasu! So I want to try the most caramelized one. I don't know what's up with this pan. Sabi sa inyo, hindi ko talaga to yung favorite pan ko. Hindi pantay yung caramelization ng gyoza. The other pan I love, always pantay. So look at that, diba? Sobrang perfect nung pagkaluto sa ilalim. Now, let's try it. Oh my God, so as usual, napaso na naman na kids. Didn't learn my lesson. So dipping it in the sauce. So I can see that there's meat. There's some vegetable. If you hear a bit of crunchiness, that's because I was really good at cooking it. Joke. Because I really want a toasty bottom. Now let's review the taste. Taste-wise, for the filling, I would give it a 7 out of 10. There's some flavor. However, for gyoza, I want the meat to really shine. So I really want a porky flavor, which I'm not really getting a lot of. Saka mahilig din kasi ako sa gyoza that has a lot of cabbage. With dumplings, there really is a lot of cabbage. So the cabbage is not really a filler. It's really part of the recipe. So a good dumpling has a good ratio of meat and cabbage, which I'm not getting. The texture is a bit odd. So there's some meaty texture. Pero I feel like there's also some flour texture, maybe some extenders to some extent. The wrapper is pretty good, pretty fresh. Masarap naman siya, and I was able to cook it correctly. So I don't have anything against the wrapper. So for the wrapper, I may give it an 8 out of 10. With the wrapping technique, I would give it a 6 out of 10 kasi it doesn't really have a lot of the fancy folds that gyoza has. I am assuming that this is machine folded kasi hindi super pulido nung pagka-fold. But when you're eating something like a gyoza, it's not like you would count the number of folds, diba? It's really more about the taste. So now that it's open again, I can see maybe that's cabbage. I'm not exactly sure. Not bad, actually. Now I'll taste it without dipping it to see kung may lasa siya without really dipping it. On its own, may lasa naman siya, pero I really like it better when it's dipped. On its own, it has some vegetable flavor, a little meaty flavor, some saltiness. I'm looking for gingery or garlic feel, pero I don't really find those taste in the gyoza dumplings, which I really love, which is a shame because I really love those flavors. So if I'm going to describe the taste, imagine that you're eating like a siomai from one of those mall siomai kiosks that may cost you like 25 to 30 pesos, but in gyoza form. So it's not like pure meat and vegetable. You could feel like there's some extender of some sort. So for 80 pesos, I think this is pretty good na. Kasi you get 25 pieces for 80 pesos. And it's not really bad, actually. So if somebody makes this for me, I would be happy. It's still a dumpling, diba? Who doesn't like dumplings? So let's recap. For the overall taste, as I mentioned, 7 for the filling and 8 for the wrapper. So I think you get a 7.5 there out of 10. For the convenience, I think this is very convenient. I would give this a 9. So the reason that I'm giving this a 9, kasi as I mentioned when I was pan frying it, hindi pare-parehas yung side na na-flatten when it was packaged, which should have been the same, in my opinion. Para when you pan fry it, pare-parehas yung itsura ng lalabas na dumpling. So as you can see, you would notice that one dumpling looks different from the other. Kasi magkaiba sila ng flat side. And that's really important kasi nga, diba, you would have to crisp up one side. So, aesthetically, it would be really good sana if everything is flat. So, a 9 out of 10 for convenience. It's really easy. You just go to the store or order online. Put it in your freezer if you're not eating it immediately. Defrost it and then pan fry it. So, it's really easy. It's not really like a microwave gyoza, but it's so much easier than making your own from scratch. As for the price, I would give this a 10 out of 10. Grabe, super sulit ng 80 pesos. Imagine, for 80 pesos, you already have 25 pieces of dumplings. So in case you're planning to make it a business, so 25 pieces, so 80 pesos divided by 25 pieces. Let's compute that. What is 80 divided by 25? So, 3.2 daw, sabi ni Google, diba? So, lumalabas na 3 pesos lang yung isang dumpling. So, for 4 pieces, it's only 12.8 pesos. Now, that's not factoring in pa yung mga cooking oil, the sesame oil, the gas, or the electricity. Pero, diba, maybe you could sell it for like 40 pesos or 50 pesos. It's already more than 50% of your profit margin. And it's really easy to find Dumpling Factory places. So I just found it at the Marikina Bayan, but you could also order online. So that's pretty much it for today's video. If you like food reviews like this, or if you like my cooking videos, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell just so that you get notified in case I upload another video. Please make sure to share with your family and friends and follow me on my socials. Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at totallyalvin. I will see you again next time. Bye!